Hello, my name is Gerald Prieto, and I will be discussing the initiative and referendum process in Arizona. These two processes are at the very heart of direct democracy in our state. They are unique tools that give everyday citizens the ability to shape laws and hold government accountable, which makes them central to Arizona's identity and history. In this presentation, I will define what initiatives and referendums are, explain how they are created, compare and contrast the two processes, examine some of their pros and cons, and finally discuss how they reflect the principle of direct democracy outlined in the Arizona Constitution. To begin, let's look at some basic definitions. An initiative is a process that allows citizens to propose new laws or even amendments to the state constitution. Instead of waiting for lawmakers to act, the people themselves can put in an idea directly on the ballot if they gather enough signatures from registered voters. A referendum, on the other hand, is a process that lets voters approve or reject laws that have already been passed by the legislator. Yeah. In other words, an initiative starts with the people, while a referendum often starts with a law the legislature has created but the people want to have the final say on. Now, how are these processes created? For an initiative, the process begins when a group or individuals draft a proposed law or constitutional amendment. After the proposal is written, the supporters must collect a specific number of signatures from registered voters. In Arizona, that number depends on a percentage of voters cast in the gubernatorial election. Once the signatures are gathered and verified by the Secretary of State, the initiative is placed on the ballot for the next election, where voters can decide whether to approve it or not. Referendums are created a little differently. Sometimes the legislature itself decides to refer a measure to the people, particularly when it comes to constitutional changes. In other cases, citizens can organize a referendum by gathering signatures to challenge a law passed by lawmakers. If enough valid signatures are collected within a certain time frame, the law is put on hold until voters can decide on it in the next general election. This process ensures that people always have a chance to overturn laws they strongly disagree with. When comparing initiatives and referendums, the key difference lies in where they begin. Initiatives are citizen driven, giving people the power to create laws directly. Referendums, however, are reactive. They allow people to approve or reject laws that the legislature has already passed. Despite this difference, both processes rely heavily on voter signatures and both appear on the ballot for the entire electorate to decide. They are, in the sense, two sides of the same coin of direct democracy. Both initiatives and referendums come with clear pros and cons. For initiatives, the biggest advantage is that they give people a direct voice in government. Citizens don't have to wait for lawmakers to act. They can take matters into their own hands. Initiatives also encourage civic engagement and participation as people get involved in petition drives, campaigns, and debates. On the downside, initiatives can be expensive and complicated. Gathering thousands of signatures and running a campaign often requires significant money, which means special interest groups sometimes dominate the process. Initiatives can also be confusing for voters if the language is too technical or if there are multiple measures on the ballot at once. Now, referendums also have strengths and weaknesses. On the positive side, they serve as a powerful check on government. If citizens believe lawmakers have passed a law that doesn't reflect the will of the people, they can step in and challenge it. This keeps the legislature accountable and ensures that major decisions have public support. However, referendums can also slow down the lawmaking process. Laws may be delayed or overturned, even if they were carefully created. Additionally, voters may have sometimes feel unprepared to make decisions on complicated issues, especially when those issues require technical knowledge. Despite these challenges, both initiatives and referendums are essential to Arizona's system Arizona's system of direct democracy. They give power directly to the people, which was exactly what the progressive reformers who shaped Arizona's constitution wanted. When Arizona became a state in 1912, progressives fought to make sure citizens would have tools to limit the influence of powerful political interests and ensure that the government remained accountable. The inclusion of initiatives and referendums reflect their belief that ordinary citizens should always have the ability to protect their rights and direct influence their government. In conclusion, the initiative and referendum process in Arizona is more than just a set of legal procedures. It is a reflection of our state's commitment to democracy and citizen power. Initiatives let people propose new laws, while referendums give them the chance to approve or reject laws passed by lawmakers. Each has its strengths and weaknesses, but together they form a system that ensures government is not only of the people, but by and for the people as well. These processes keep Arizona's democracy vibrant and remind us that our voices truly matter in shaping the laws under which we live.